Generic greetings and welcome to MMO 98. Today's beverage is a very nostalgic Sunny D or Sunny Delight, if that's your persuasion. No, it's not a beverage from the pre-2000s era. It's just a standard orange juice. So welcome to the demo of MMO 98. This is billed as an incremental game about building and managing an MMO software development company. So you have to develop games, squish bugs, build server systems, that sort of thing. So very much in the category of niche, and that's all good because I do like a niche title. So let's just check this thing out. As always, links will be in the description if you want to check it out yourself. So it says studios. We will go to a new game and create a new studio. So let's go with the Generi Studio, and we will have the tutorial on, and let's click cancel apparently. Confirm, there we are. So it says create game. It is time to launch your first game. Input the name of your game and press the button when ready to launch. So we're going to obviously have very on brand sort of names. I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of Rune and Ever in the name. I'm thinking like RuneScape and EverQuest and stuff, which is probably around this sort of time. Astral Conquest. Obviously your mileage will vary on this one. I'm sure I'll be reminiscing about my MMO history as we progress on through the game. Chaos Rising, Ashes of the Forgotten Age. That sounds very much like a run around this time. When was Dark Age of Camelot? I can't remember. Eternal Odyssey, Arcane Dominion, Eternal Realms Online. That sounds very much like a very generic 90s sort of a very 90s sort of name. Sorry, I just said this one. It's called RuneScared, and we are definitely launching with that. I've just noticed as well there's like loads of CRT effects on this one, so again it's trying to sort of solidify our sort of experience right in the period there. Anyway, it says, pardon the intrusion. I am Gnome, and your friendly gnome that is included in your license copy of MMO 98's operating system. So thanks, Norman. So Norman the Gnome, I'm here to ensure your experience is 110% amazing. But let's not make this about me. What's that? So this is naturally copying and parodying Clippy, which again, there'll be a certain type of people, when I say a certain type, I mean a certain age, that'll probably remember Clippy. I was going to say fondly, but perhaps not. Anyway, let's go to next, and it says, you just finished developing your first game. Congratulations. So, but I can see you haven't released your game yet. Don't worry, Norman is here to help you. Okay, thanks, Norbot. Right now, we're in the pre-release stage, so we can take a look around without worrying about our players yet. Okay, good. First, let's take a look at the dashboard. This is where you can find the most important KPIs about your game. KPIs. Anyway, we'll go to dashboard, and it says Generi Studio. There is the box out there. It shows our servers, our revenue gain, games released. Oh, I don't think those have been calculated, right? Because servers is pretty high. We've also got our studio uptime, which is well, 2 minutes, and this is our game here in this sort of town with a tick rate of 60 hertz. Then take a look at your upgrades. So there is our upgrade, which is operations. It costs 5,000 generic units of currency, allows for performing server operations. Lastly, over here on the right, you can see your statistics. These will give you more information about the state of the game, and most importantly, how many players and money you have. So we have our player count, we have our money, as well as our hype. How hot your game is currently modifies the amount of players wanting to buy your game, trending towards 101.67%. Let's go to next for Norman there. That's it for now. If you're ready, hit that release game button and hope your servers don't immediately melt, in brackets, that would be bad. Thanks, Norman. I think we can minimize Norman to the bottom there and bring them back up. What else can we do? We can mute, and that time is actually a real time that I'm recording this on. Okay, let's go to release game. So, releasing game goes along, and there we go. We got the IRC, Internet Relay Chat, user for communication, announcing RuneScared, launching RuneScared. You've also got, that's the general, you've also got default and then system. So any chat will be in here. And, oh, it looks like our player count is going up. So if we go to the dashboard, we can see that, yes, servers, there's only one now. That was just a little bug there, I think. We can see the server load is going up and the player growth is going up too. Did you know most rocks are 100% organic and contain no added sugar? Oh, there's some players wandering around as well. Okay. And Starlight, all tabbed and died, lol. Okay, fair enough. So we've got some chat going on. Let's go to upgrades, and I'm going to go with operations, outperforming server operations. Oh no, I should have mentioned this before. There's a limit of how many players your server can hold before it catches fire or starts making very worrying sounds. Let's go to next, and oh, someone's already hit level 60. So obviously, like a lot of people, played World of Warcraft. That's, I would argue, probably one of the biggest, if not the one. Certainly, in my mind, the most mainstream MMO, and that was 60 was a big thing. But was that just copied over from like EverQuest or something before that? You know, who knows? Anyway, there's only so many players on your server can handle before overloaded. That would be a shame right next. Luckily, you need some money and make the problem go away, at least temporarily. Server strained. Okay. Provision server. Sorry, I'm going to have to quickly rush through this before the game does literally explode. Sounds like a bug crawling around your game's code as well. Okay, let me go to next. Which didn't come to this. You aren't a great developer yet. Yes. Pardon me, I shouldn't have said that out loud. No, because I was trying to go through it. What else we've got? Roll to 1, need tank for raid, lol server lag again, boss froze mid-fight. Oh yeah, invite please. So we're getting very, I think, representative chat for these guys, and the names as well: Steel War, Blood Oath, Arcane Wolf. PvP inside the North Gate if anyone bored. Yeah, it's memories are flooding back here. Let's go to Debugger. Wowie, that's a lot of complicated stuff. This may be too much for a humble garden gnome like me to solve for you. Seems to be some corrupted memory blocks. See if you can find them. So we've got these hexadecimals here. And we're in the staging pool. Once you've rounded up enough bugs, it's time to squish those. Okay, depending on the urgency, you can either do a hotfix or take a bit more time. I'm going to quickly provision a server, because I can see the server load is going up, and then I'm guessing I have to just find anything that's jumbling around like that. Yes, so I'm going to press on those, and then I'm going to go to compile. So we'll compile a patch for this. There is a deploy hotfix as well, which is a quick release hotfix, reduces problems as fast as possible, may end up with more unstable code, maybe not, so it's a bit of a gamble. So let's just go ahead and try and squish all these. You can click anywhere you want, but it only adds in the staging here if it's actually a bug. Wiped at 5% FML. And you know, respawn timer on World Boss. Good game. That was oh, it's actually gone off. So you got your default, then you got your system there. All right, so you can switch between all that. That's fine. Let me just go ahead and run another bug fix here. If you miss your deadline, you can change the date on your calendar. Really? Can you? Okay. Provision the server. What are upgrades as well? What upgrades have we got? Hot spare. Decrease the amount of time needed to provision new servers. We've got fans are more accepting of bad server conditions. Let me pick up community manager. Unit testing, and also tax optimization. Increase revenue per copy sold. Let's pick that up. And also go for unit testing, reduce the rate at which bugs appear by 20%. Yeah, let's do that. Go over to debugger again, and we're going to start debugging here. So that's about right, and then compile. So you can see, yeah, people are looking for healer, for crits, PST. PST? Not sure. Server restart when, yeah, very much reminiscent of the chat that you would get. I think the very first MMO I can remember playing properly, certainly the one I purchased, was Star Wars Galaxies, which, I mean, if for a start, Star Wars, big fan of anyway, but MMO with it, and it was, you know, you would craft, everything was sort of player made as well before like a lot of the changes and new game enhancements and things like that. But played that, jumped to Lightspeed, and then there was it Trials of Obi-Wan, and then there was, yeah, sort of rolled into different ones. And I have actually played it after the fact as well. If the game crashes, it's probably just tired of being played so much. Fair enough. Yeah, I've actually played it since then. There's a lot of emulations going on as well. I think after that, EVE Online was probably one I played as well. That's a different beast entirely. Never really got into EverQuest, but I did know a lot of people have played it in Dark Ages, Camelot, Warhammer Online, obviously World of Warcraft being the big one. Everyone always goes on about that being, you know, fantastic. I remember playing it at launch, and big patches were, it's the class update where we're basically making it so the classes actually exist, or not absolutely garbage. Balance was not a thing. Alt tabbed and died. Need tank for raid. Yeah, okay. Let's pick all these bugs out there and compile. Let's go for upgrades and see what else we can get. Increases the worth of each bug squish by 1. We'll pick up that. Allows sending out of marketing blasts. Maybe not. Decrease the amount of need to provision new servers by 25%. How much have we got? 43 grand. Oh, good. I'm going to go with boost hype when load is less than 50%. Oh, so if I keep going for less than 50% server load, we gain a hype boost. Your cursor is currently located on the screen. If you lose it, try looking where you last saw it. Thanks, Norman. Rolled 1, RIP. 3 people online on a high pop server. Alright, okay. So I wonder if this is completely random or it's based on a combination of the players, the amount of servers you have, as well as the server load and bugs. I have a feeling it's probably, let's say, based on a number of conditions rather than just completely random. So if you're doing well, you're not going to get people like, oh, I can't log in. I'm 1,000 and something in the queue. I remember that. I remember people queuing up for the openings of MMO expansions when they came out and going. It's say like, 1 minute past 12. Going in, as soon as say supermarkets would, game places and supermarkets would stay open for this sort of thing, and then people would jump on it, install it, and play it, and then realize that a couple of thousand in the queue. Well, yeah, that's going back a bit. Did you know if you minimize me, I technically cease to exist until you open me again? Quite peaceful, actually. Okay, bye. We'll get rid of them for now. Let's provision another server because we're going up to 50%. Hype is currently at 154%, so that's all good. Bugs currently are none, so that's working well. Let me provision another server there. PvP outside Northgate. So this is repeating a little bit, but obviously demo, so it will have a limited chat in here. We can see now we've got 14 servers. Let's go for a 15, and we got revenue is nearly 300 per second. It's cozy out there in the real world. Or is it cozy out there in the real world, or is it just less pixelated? Both. Oh, good job. Your player base has grown quite a bit. However, they're starting to be more spread out across the world, leading to higher ping for our players. We can remedy this by expanding our servers to multiple data centers. The more data centers around the world, the lower player ping will be. You can see your data centers through the world map. Oh, and we don't have one. Let's go for, yes, let's open a data center. We'll construct that in US East, and that's now done. Amazing, players are already seeing much lower ping now. Okay, it's down to 48 milliseconds. And you can also hire an engineer to automatically restore data center conditions. Let's go one for Europe. 20 grand to do that, but we will pick that up. Switching over to the debugger now. So there is a little bit of sort of time management and laying the track in front of the train. You're constantly having to obviously switch between different things and manage this. And Norman knew this would happen. It seems one of your data centers is having some trouble. We need to manually reprovision them. What does reprovision mean? It's a fancy word for turning off and on again. You mean a power cycle? That's what I would say. So we mash the reprovision servers, which is done. I think we can also hire an engineer, which basically serves as like an auto clicker. Let's go with a data center in India and provision another server. We're going to do some debugging once again. You can see now the window for our debugging has increased because of some upgrades. So you're constantly basically juggling this as best you can. Yeah, okay, and looks like this data center is degraded. Let me go ahead and get that up and running. Need to summon. I'm stuck. Remember when the community was active? Devs don't even play their own game. Selling rare drop, please. Yeah, I wonder where the idea for like rarity colors came from, which is sort of grey. Was it from memory? Grey, white, green, blue, purple, and then you've got orange. I don't know if that's a common colour scheme, but I've seen variations of. So, provision again. Oh, look at this. For some reason, right, the server in India it's constantly getting absolutely hammered. I'm having to repair it. Let's go with maybe some more. I've got more debugging here. I want to see if I can also get some upgrades. Let's go through here, and I'm just gonna compile there. Upgrades. What else have we got? We have automated CI/CD pipeline. Reduce the amount of bugs that occur by 30%. Let's pick that up. We've also got decrease the amount of end-time engineers reprovision server by 30%. Yes, and then I'm pretty much without cash. Or let me reprovision. Well, colour me impressed. Seems the players are really enjoying the game, even if it may not be your finest work yet. However, what goes up eventually will come down as well, such as the cycle of life. Whilst your company may still be performing well right now, at some point your players may grow bored of it. We should be the solution. Okay, create a new game. So let's go to sequel, and we will go for, what have we got? Chaos Rising. Chaos Rising is a game. Well, it's actually an expansion for Dawn of War. Let's go with Shattered Realms, Echoes of the First Dawn, Dawn of Valor, Infinite Horizon, Free Fury Online. Oh, what was the cyberpunky MMO I played? It wasn't System Shock, because that's not an MMO. It's definitely a... Was it Neocron? Does that come... Yeah, is that a thing? I think it is. I also played The Matrix online as well. Let's go with Warden's Call, develop. Yeah, actually, I remember Matrix Online. Myself and a friend picked it up and were playing it, and then saw another character walk by randomly with the same name as... the same handle as another friend, and we didn't know that they'd bought it, hadn't said anything, hadn't mentioned it to anyone, and ended up on like the same server. We're just like, that's potluck, isn't it? Let me go for provision here. Oh, good grief! This is all kinds of broke. Right, so far, I'm liking the moment to moment of the like the upgrades and debugging's not too bad either. But the whole server thing, well, put this way, I just want to automate and leave it. Anyway, good games will lead to a better reputation for your studio and more fans, but long development is known to inflate costs. Up to you. What the balance is the balance, right? Fine enough. So we've made Warden's Call game. It's based in game design, art, netcode, marketing, and QA. But I don't know. Oh, and you can change the box art as well. Okay, that's pretty cool. However, I don't have any indication of whether or not. Let's go with develop, because you can develop multiple rounds. Although I don't think I've got the money for it. Current rounds 1. Fund a round of development on your next game. Subsequent development rounds increase the game's quality. It costs 30 grand. The staff sleeps under their desks. They don't have to waste time walking to the door. That's sadly all too common, or at least it was. Yeah, let's go for that one. So let's see if we get any other upgrades. I don't think we can. I don't think I found any... Oh, well, whatever that one. I've got decreased amount of time needed to provision new servers. Speaking of that, we do need to keep provisioning servers because we need to be under 50% ideally. The debugger is... Oh, yeah, it's in need of a bug squish, so we'll do that. Yeah, so as I said, first proper MMO, Star Wars Galaxies. And, let's see, I think Eve. Yes, mining ice was a thing for a long time. Played Warhammer online as well. I quite enjoyed the open world PvP of that. If you miss your deadline, just change the date on your calendar. Okay. And I'm assuming there's probably loads. Oh, Rift! Rift was fantastic. I think I played Rift. It was probably in between some expansions of World of Warcraft. But yeah, wow. Oh yeah, servers broke. But I really liked Rift. Can't remember how much exactly I played, but that was like open world squishing of open world raids and stuff where you get, well, rifts. The clue's in the title. I'm trying to think of some others I played. Can I provision of the server? 6 grand. How many players are up to? Nearly 15, and money is enough now for another server. There we go, trying to keep it at that 50%. Pull was clean, but more spawned. It would be nice if I could slow the pace down a bit, but obviously that's the whole point as well. You have to lay the track in front of the train. But it's nice. It'd be nice to be able to read this a bit. What have we got on the start, actually? Bomb duster. Oh, is that Minesweeper? Yes. Okay, so there's one bomb next to this, so it must be that. And then there's 2, so it has to be that and that. So both of those are bombs. That's a bomb. That has to be a bomb. That has to be a bomb, so that one can be clear. That can be clear. 3, so it could be 1, 2. Ooh, 2. So you're looking for adjacency. I never really knew how to play this as a kid when I played this. So that means that adjacent to that, so around these tiles, are at least 2 bombs. So one is there. So the other one could be there, or it could be there. This one, it has to be there. So 1 there. 2 is 1, and again, it could be there, or it could be there. Anyway, I'm gonna just close that down. Can I minimize it? I can close it. Bug is a bug is a feature with 6 legs and an attitude. Right, okay, fine. Let me reprovision the servers and sort that out there. I do want to probably get another server up and running, and yep, time for some more debugging. So we'll do probably 2 rounds of debugging. Let's we'll have a look at world again, reprovision the servers here. Maybe get another server on the west coast, or do I go with Russia, China, South Africa, and South America? Another server. If you miss your deadline, change the date on the calendar. That's repeating as well. No, anyone know the respawn timer on the world boss? Oh yeah, world boss as well. Can't say I've played many MMOs as of late. Reduce the risk of hardware outage by 50%. 50 grand. Wow. Okay. Increases player count. Send out marketing blasts. Increase the worth of each bug squished by 1. Let me pick that up. And reduce the load impact of developing a bug fix by 15%. If you don't have enough players, simply tell more people to play the game. Yeah, fine. Oh, let me see if I can fix this up. There we go. Over to debugger. Oh, we're going to need to squish these bugs. We really do. But I've got some upgrades now, so we should squish a lot more. In fact, it's going to be a total of 42 bugs compiling this patch. We're up to 96 bugs. Hype is sadly not ideal. But if I squish these bugs, like so, and you can see there's a refresh there as well. Yeah, there we go, compile. Yeah, MMOs-wise, I can't say I've really played many as of late. Played a bit of World of Warcraft Classic, like say Star Wars, Galaxies, the emulation stuff. There was one that was from Amazon, I think, which I don't even think is in existence. It didn't last very long, but I enjoyed a little bit of that. There's a few others as well. Conan Exiles. That was something I really enjoyed up until about level 20, where it just seemed to go from what it was to, we're not going to voice it anymore, and you can just walk through dungeon walls and other things. MMOs have difficulties, I think. Your cursor is currently located on screen. Yes, thank you very much for that. Let me fix some more servers here. Yeah, actually, if we go back up here, it says, my grandma can run faster than India. My patch notes say nerf, but damage feels higher. Ah, right. So I remember reading something about that, and it's probably not an isolated incident. That people changed. I think it might have been a Call of Duty thing, but again, I might be making that up. But it was certainly a thing where the developers they altered the sound of a weapon. And people were complaining that it's either been buffed or nerfed, and people were, and statistics were reporting that there was a definite change in the weapon's effectiveness, either positive or negative. And the developer said, "Yeah, we literally altered the sound. It was just people's perception of it, and either you using it with more or less confidence, or people would go, oh, that's that weapon that does whatever." It was an interesting sort of character study, really. How we're doing for this? We're doing not bad. I guess the issue really we're having is I need to stay under that 50% load to get that hype up there. Look at the hype; it's going really far up now. So the cheap way, I guess, to keep your hype up in this build, anyways, to keep that under 50%, because yeah, we're just going to sell more copies. Because there's no point in developing a sequel for another 60 grand. It's going to take to get this game out the door. There's no point in really doing it because I'm still making money, still things going on. I don't know whether or not there's going to be any additions in the game when it comes to things like selecting specific features, like open world PvP, world bosses, raids, dungeons, matchmaking, etc. Like that sort of thing. Guilds, player housing, flying mounts. These are all sort of common ones. I'm sure at the end of playing this, I'll think back and I'll go, oh yeah, I remember that MMO. Like I say, I used to play a lot of them. Oh, here's a couple of broken servers. Let's mash the button. That's how you fix things. You mash it with a tool. The staff sleeps under their desks, apparently. Thanks, Norman. Hype is still in the positive, 111%, and if I provision the server, it will help. But I'm trying to save up some money to go for some more upgrades and ideally a sequel. Yeah. I mean, now I think it's a bit different when it comes to... Obviously, there are things that are definitely MMOs, but other ones that are also... you could call sort of co-op or have a persistent world that might not be necessarily MMOs, but share some traits and attributes. Did you know if you minimize me, I technically cease to exist? Right, well, I did that before, and you kept popping up. Let's just squish some bugs here and compile patch. Up to 30,000 generic units of currency. Let's... oh, I don't have to reprovision the servers. That's fine. Do I want to go for another data center? Yeah, go on. Let's go for another data center here, because I think that will really help us out. Because the ping is... oh, the ping was... what was it? It was... the ping was 60 odd, and it's now dropped to 40. So there we go. Like I say, I don't know how deep the rabbit hole this goes, really, when it comes to, like, sort of, like, tick rate for the servers and, you know, community management, etc. But definitely has that nostalgic feel there. Let's go with... so what's a cheap upgrade that we've got? Marketing blasts. So we get marketing blasts. We haven't tried it, so I am gonna pick it up just to see what it's like, because we're up to 14,000 now. And streamer keys, yes, that will hopefully give us some hype. So we'll pick that up now, and there we go. And you got marketing blast. So 5,000 contact press and media to increase your game's hype. Yeah, okay, I'll do that after I do some more debugging, because apparently we are a one-person development house here. And looking for one more. That should do, and then compile. I was actually digging through the loft or attic. Your terminology may vary, and I found a box for... I think it was called Auto Assault, which was a, like, sort of vehicular combat MMO. I can't remember who the developers were, but it didn't last very long. When I say not very long, I mean, I think I might have played it for weeks, if not a month. Sometimes trying MMOs, you don't even get past, you know, you get the first 30 days or the first month for free, and then after that, obviously, you pay your monthly subscription, unless there are free-to-play options available, which a lot of time there wasn't. Let me fix the servers. But yeah, I don't know how long that lasted. I remember not long is the case for that game. I'm trying to think of other MMOs. Star Trek Online, I quite enjoyed that. I'm not a big Star Trek fan, seen a lot of it, but certainly not deep into the universe. But that was, again, fun for what I played. I know there was a one that was very, very, very grindy, which doesn't really narrow it down. Lineage, I think it was called. That springs to mind. Lineage. It might be Lineage 2. Yeah. And there was City of Heroes and City of Villains. It's all sort of sweeping back to me now, the history of the different ones we played. City of Heroes, City of Villains, I think. There was a Lego MMO at one point. I don't think that lasted long either. Let's see what else. What were we off? I need to know that. How much was it for the next one? 60 grand. I'm going to develop it at least one more time before we release Warden's Call. Selling cheap rare drop. And we'll go for a couple of pickups here. There we go. Did also try the the... Is it one more we need to pick up? Yes, one more before this is full. Refresh here. Just looking for a bug. There's a one. Compile. It did also try the D&D online, which I think is still going. But again, not much. Lord of the Rings Online, tried that. Didn't make much of it. Remember playing a character that could damage people with playing a ukulele, which was... which was pretty fun. Let's go for a marketing blast. Your cursor is currently located on the screen, thank you. You're getting full repeats now from Norman. And let's pick that one up there. So yeah, just trying to think of how the other MMOs. Oh, look at... Oh, yeah, hype goes really far, so that'll also probably affect the server load as well. World, we need to reprovision that server. How much for these ones? 20 grand, we're up to 24. No, I definitely want to save up. I want to save up. Yes. Save up for this this sequel. I'm trying to think of it. There's another one that's rattling around in the noggin here. Guild Wars, of course, that was big. But I mean, we're not talking 90s, late 90s here. That's what 2000 some kind. And I think that was one of the big ones that didn't have a fee, if I remember correctly. 35 grand, chance to sell 2 copies at the same time instead of 1. Very good. Let me go for more hiring. Sorry, no, more reprovisioning, not hiring. And oh, we're almost up to we're almost up to the amount of money we need to develop the next part of the sequel. So here we go. We're getting to 60 grand and development. I think depending on what this is here, we'll release it. But I have no concept of what our previous game was and what this has, because it's just general sliders and no traits. Like, it doesn't tell us. I'm going back to things like Game Dev Tycoon and stuff, like what sort of things this has. This just doesn't have that. It's broken down into game design, art, netcode, marketing, QA, rather than specific features. And on top of that, it doesn't then compare it to our current game or previous games. So, you know, let me reprovision that server and that one there as well. How's the sequel doing? Oh, it's going to cost 120 for the next level. I'm going to announce that. I certainly want to announce Warden's Call List. Will reset your upgrades and data center purchases. You cannot revisit your current game. Confirm. You've just announced your new game. You've earned 3,690 fans and 15 terabytes of data. Confirm. Wow, second game already. You have to be honest. Didn't expect you to get this far. Well then, just a little secret. Every game you make, you also collect a bunch of player data. Don't worry, they read the EULA and approve of it. Data can be used to upgrade your studio in general and see which in the research window. And oh, okay. Yeah, you have upgrade of server storage. You have to keep hoarding data. Hard drives aren't free, so increase storage. There you go. Did you notice that seems like a lot more people are buying your sequel now? That's because you've started cultivating an audience of true fans. These are diehards who buy your game on launch date, no matter what. It'd be nice to finally have someone like who likes you. Yeah, tell me about it. As you keep making better games, you'll start growing your audience of true fans ever more. That's all from Norman. Yeah, trust me, kid. You've seen a lot of people come by in my time, and definitely look like you've got good potential. Get out there and make some games, right? Okay, so I want to not make a sequel. I want to go for, oh, look at all these upgrades. You have to literally start from scratch. Well, I'm going to release the game then, because otherwise, you know, it's nothing's going to work out, is it? Provision some servers, and surely, oh, good grief, you're basically starting from scratch again. Okay, I'm going to go for, yeah, community manager, and we're going to go for revenue, and basically all of these basics here, because, you know, let's go for debugger, and we'll squish here. I'm going to reduce this guy down. Oh yeah, we're at saturation already with servers. Right, let me provision this one. It takes a while to provision them, so I'm just having to manage that. I'm not a big fan of it completely resets it. I don't know why it completely resets things. You would think you'd be able to keep some of it. Let's keep doing this one. What have we got? Big box. Doubles the price of your game. Oh, so you got doubles the price of your game. Let's research that. Right. 12 TB. Can I not? Oh, no, it's 1.2. Oh, so this is like a... Right, it's more of a permanent upgrade thing. Right, okay. I see what's going on here. Let me see if I can get this server up and running. So we basically started from scratch again. Okay. Let me go for bugs. Let me squish these and compile a patch. I want to get another data center, pick up another provision. I've got in, I think. What else do I need? A lot of these ones I've already had before. Reduce the amount of bugs that occur, that would be nice, but I can't afford that yet. We'll go for 3 engine nerds. Sequel I'm not going to bother doing. Alright, get rid of you. And what else have you got? You've got monetization, development, performance, studio, and finances. So a lot of these are not unlockable in the demo. Big box. We like big box. So, not of player data obtained for research purposes. Oh, so do we have to... Right, sorry. Just sort of figured it out, I think. We have to essentially release... We have to release the sequels that will afford us the data. Yeah. That will afford us the data to then get more permanent upgrades, which makes the next sequel better. Right, makes sense. Again, getting on towards your sort of typical clicker type of experience there. I'm gonna go for support, or do I go for something else? Sending out marketing blasts. Yeah, we'll do that. Then marketing blast is 750. Okay, even though it just occurred to me as well, it's obviously a deliberate decision. It has to be deliberate that even though you minimize this guy, he still pops up because that's what Clippy was all about. It would you could do anything you want, I think. Clippy would still be there. Hey, do you oh, no! Go away! Lung for healer for crits. Respected, and now my respect. Now my build feels like trash. AFK dinner for 10 minutes. What do people used to say? Bio break. Otherwise known as, I need the loo! I need the toilets! I remember doing a Warcraft raid. Was it Ragnarok? And someone went for a bath? They weren't like main healer or anything, but it was like a 40-person raid, came back, where went, just went for that. Oh, good grief. Had some good times with MMOs. Could be a massive time sink as well, and not like a voluntary time sink. Not like, oh, I spent loads of. It's like, what did you do? Spend 3 hours farming for materials and making some potions. Did you enjoy that? Not really. What are you doing it for? So I can go on this raid. What happens there? Oh, I get a new set of equipment. What does that allow you to do? Go to the next raid. Right. So you're doing the thing to do the thing to do the thing. Yeah. Are you actually enjoying the thing? No. Right. Stop playing. I think I think everyone goes through that phase. When you're jumping around and around and around the Stormwind Fountain, you know that you should pretty much knock it on the head. Anyway, continue on. Let's see how far we get. I think we're pretty much getting to saturation of this build of the game, because you can see the moment to moment in the cycle here, which is basically you get your upgrades, you keep, like I say, micromanaging the servers and squishing the bugs and all of that sort of thing, getting new players in, and then you basically reset everything in order to get to get some more permanent upgrades, which is, yeah, you can see there's a lot in here. So development, I don't think there's anything I can pick up really. Tokyo office, London office, public IPO, crunch culture, prolongs operation duration by 2%, extra backbone. I love all the symbols. It very much is, like I say, the icons and stuff, and the presentation is very much, I think, on point there. Reduce the amount of bugs that occur. Yeah, I'm picking up the sort of same ones there. Let's provision that one and reprovision the servers. Like I say, I think the video's fairly representative of what we can expect with the game, and I think I've covered most MMOs that I've played. I'm sure there'll be some others that I'll finish here, and upon uploading I'll go, I forgot about that one. I'm sure. Let's revision that server, and then we'll probably do another bug fix. Oh yeah, we'll go into the debugger there. There we go. And there's only there's 34 bugs. There we go. I'm sure there's a World War II online as well. Oh, there was another. Now that I've mentioned that, that was like a shootery type thing. And there was, I guess, Planet Side. I'd go into the big, go into the MMO pile. Yeah. Yeah. Never played the first one, or very little. Did play a lot of the second when it was in its beta, I think, too, and enjoyed. But I think we will. Let's play hotfix, see what happens. Oh, it just goes quicker, but you might get more bugs, I think. Europe down again. Oh, is Europe down again? Oh, it is. It's back up and running now, though. Okay, revision. There we are there. Okay, I'll tell you what, we're going to go back to the main releases. Customization. What's these? Customization. Alright, so you can change the background there. Pretty cool. Oh, wow. Yeah, there's the Matrix background. Releases. There's a little demo, fair enough. Gonna go back to main menu. Yeah, that has been a bit of MMO 98. Yeah, you know what? I quite enjoyed that. It was, like you say, a nostalgic look at it, and that's mainly owing to my experiences, perhaps not the game. But yeah, I can see what it's getting at. It is sort of very much a incremental / clicker game, but obviously themed around your sort of MMOs from well, around the 98 sort of area. But obviously you will put your servers up and expand, do sequels, and then get more permanent upgrades, that sort of thing. So if you like what you see, then by all means check the link out in the description. Yeah, all right. If I have any level of criticism, it's not really. It's that I like looking through that that chat window. That was quite good. Let's say a mix of nostalgic and it sort of makes me reminisce a bit, as well as it contained useful information like, oh, is something down, or it would give you information like saying, oh, has everyone noticed how high the ping is, and that sort of indicates what's going on and might serve as a bit of a clue as to what's happening. However, the feed was so fast, it's almost impossible to read it without like stopping and going through, but by then you could have already clicked through, so that might benefit from being a little bit slower or whatnot. But you know, again, your mileage may vary. Either way, if you like what you see, let me know in the comments. Would actually love to as well to hear what your experiences are about MMOs and your history and stuff, and yeah, we'll get a little convo going there. Either way, hope you have enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic parting.